Yo, we're Encore.
And you're listening to J Fresh on Fire Radio.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
This weekend is all about the interviews. We've touched base with Nye ahead of support slot with N-Dubz at the BIC this Saturday night. And again, this Saturday afternoon, we're joined by another, well, I say one of the hottest groups right now at the UK, Encore live in the place. What's happening, guys?
Yeah. It's Encore.
Encore in the building.
Encore live in the building. Now, listen, guys, you've literally come straight down from Newcastle. Mm-hmm. How are you finding Bournemouth? You haven't had a chance to check out the beach just yet.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
It's a nice sunny day.
We've
got a lovely beach there. We're right beside the beach as well, our hotel, so yeah, we can't complain.
And what are you thinking of the Bournemouth girls?
I didn't get out to see the Bournemouth girls, so you boys.
Yeah, Bournemouth girls, they're nice.
They're nice.
That was a very diplomatic answer. Yeah.
I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
Okay.
A lot of skin.
Yeah.
Now listen, first time you guys have been here in the studio, so for a lot of new listeners who are kind of getting to know about Encore, 3 members.
That's right.
That's right, we've got Mark, Cairo and Pierre.
That's right.
In the building. Now, how did you guys kind of get together? How did the Encore project start around?
We all knew each other beforehand, sort of got together for a writing session because we're all writers. And it just kicked off from there really. We liked what we was there working on and we thought, we can make something of this, and 17 months later, we're here.
On tour with
N-Dubz. Fire Radio, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and in terms of your sound, the records you come with, in your own words, guys, what's your sound? What's the Encore sound?
The Encore sound is the Encore sound, if you get me. Now,
it's a mixture of
it's a mixture of everything. We like to fuse a lot of sounds, but you can put us on anything. You can put us on an R&B track, a dubstep track, garage track, and it will still have that Encore elements where people be like, oh yeah, shit.
That's Encore.
It's alright, we can edit that out. Yeah. And in terms of your musical background and influences, what kind of the standout names growing up, the people that made you want to, pursue a career in music?
Of course, Michael Jackson. There's Usher, Boys to Men. Mm-hmm. There's loads. There's Jay-Z, P Diddy,
Tupac. Biggie, Drake. There's loads.
Yeah, just
so many. Too many to mention, but Michael
too many
Jackson.
to mention.
As soon as you say Michael Jackson at the top, that's it.
That's
it's
just
I peaked too early, I reckon.
Yeah.
Should have built up to mine.
Should have built up to that. Now, your debut single, Wind Up, dropped in February this year.
Mm-hmm.
Here on the show, we've been supporting, it was the Ill Blue remix, was the one that I was really feeling. And this now comes into your new single, which has been released in April this year, The One.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about this new record.
The One.
The One, we like to say is the one. The One is because...
You're doing that to me now!
The One, basically, it's a follow-up, obviously, from Wind Up. This one is more on the side of, like, an apologetic side where we know we've done something wrong. It hasn't come from, like, any sort of personal experience, but we thought it's something everyone else goes through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good concept to put down. But, yeah, if you've done wrong and you feel as if, like, the relationship's breaking up, you just want to, get that back together. That's what The One's about, really.
Mm-hmm. And the record at the moment, video views.
What's that?
What about the video views?
Video views going through the roof?
Yeah.
I haven't checked
Steady.
the latest.
I've seen some good stuff online about this.
I think it's doing well. And considering we've got like 2-3 videos out on YouTube in the last 4 to 5 months, and everyone's actually acknowledging like what we've been up to. So yeah, definitely.
I think collectively together we've got probably about.
Sorry, I can't quite hear you there.
I think collectively together we've got probably about 200,000-300,000 maybe.
Yeah,
it's a good look. It's a real good building point for where you guys are moving to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fan base is there. And in terms of the rest of this year, other singles, forthcoming album, what kind of information can you give us about what rest you got planned for this year? And be nice, don't you?
We can't give too much out.
I've got things in the pipeline. You have to wait and see.
Yes, we can.
Good boys, tell him.
We've got, as soon as we finish this tour with N-Dubz, we're going to be shooting another video, and then we're just going to be working on our album. We've got loads of festivals and shows to do during the summer, so we want to hopefully get the album, in between all the festivals, get the album finished, sorted, hopefully get out by end of September, early October.
So end of September is when we're looking for. Now, you mentioned the workload with the festivals and the studio sessions and the gigs. I mean, start of April you're supporting Jessie J, and now, as we mentioned earlier on the interview, N-Dubz at the moment. A couple of dates still left on the tour. What's it like being on tour, and more importantly, backstage stories? What really goes on backstage?
Five-a-side.
Five-a-side, yeah. Table tennis.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's backstage, because we're not actually on the tour bus. We don't really know what goes on with N-Dubz and that lot, but yeah, we see what goes on when we're there, which is just they just muck around. And nothing. Dappy's always got his planes. He's always flying his planes. Yeah. But yeah, not really any gossipy antics.
Not that I'm trying to get anyone in trouble, but I've always, so far that's what I do. I've always got to say, you know, what happens on there. A lot of people are kind of sheltered from the whole kind of touring and backstage side of things. So.
We're just lucky enough to actually be on tour right now, especially with great artists such as Jessie J and N-Dubz, and that we just really appreciate being involved in this movement. So yeah, for us it's sort of surreal, but at the same time it's exciting and we're enjoying it.
Definitely, it's a case of what you're doing now is real nice, and you can build on that and continue, and then you'll be doing your own sellout tours. And you'll be coming back here on Fire Radio, and you'll be giving me all the backstage antics about what really goes on the tour bus. Let me know that.
Next time we'll definitely tell you the info.
And in terms of your fans getting hold of your music and keeping up to date with what you guys are doing, what's the best way online for people to keep up to date with you?
There's
the website. We got if anyone's on Twitter, it's @WantsMoreEncore. If anyone is on Facebook, it's /WantsMoreEncore as well. We're going to get YouTube changed to that, but at the moment it's Encore Telly. Also, if people want to go to wantmoreEncore.com, sign up, they get free a cappella, so free download with that.
Don't forget the mixtape as well.
Oh yeah, the mixtapes.
Mixtapes out as well.
And that's an interesting angle about mixtapes. The UK music is such a strong point, I think, in 2011, what we've achieved in the last couple of years. Mixtapes, for a while, seemed to be overlooked, and now artists such as yourself, DJs such as myself, individual artists, everyone's putting out mixtapes and seeing the real value of that. So is that a sign of the UK industry just getting stronger and stronger and getting even bigger?
I think it's more of a necessity nowadays, because if we want to launch ourselves on that platform to the standard we want to be, we need to bring everything. We need to have the look, the sound, everything. We need to give the viewers and the listeners exactly what they want. So, and I think mixtapes, a lot of American artists are bringing out mixtapes, so we need to step up our game.
That's the thing. I always think that in that respect we are slightly behind the US model in terms of mixtapes and stuff. That's always going to be, especially with the kind of hip hop, because of the origins and roots of the very music. But it is exciting. I do think we're finally getting there, and I think especially online now, the viral nature of things, like you said. I mean, you guys giving away free a cappella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That then,
hard one.
It's a good idea, because aspiring producers can pick this up, maybe do a remix, send it over to you, and you can say, I didn't know about this guy in this part of the UK maybe, but I like his sound, and then there's potential to collaborate and grow and obviously get your music to a wider audience, which is
That's
one
what
of the main
we're,
objectives.
That was the point still.
that's what we're trying to do with this.
I think that's what we're doing.
Listen, thanks a lot for your time, guys. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, man.
Wicked.